Hey everybody, it's the Coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field, and when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Here's 2nd and 8. Sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Eason escaping the pressure right. That's complete. It's Collins. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. The Patriots send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Play action. Elway. He'll buy some time right. And his throw is incomplete. And let's look quickly here at the Denver offense.
And last night we were discussing some of the changes they've made offensively during the offseason, and we know it helps for them to have the first game at home. Hopefully this crowd, which we saw coming in, they've been here for a while, ready to go. You and I should have joined the tailgates, that's for sure. They're going to give them plenty of encouragement. They'll try and ride that wave and get their first victory of the year.
Second and 10, Elway. Flushed out right. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Set. 55. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Ready.
Third and 2. Now Elway. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's first and 10. Delayed give to Collins. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. 64 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Point after here coming up. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Dancing to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down. And the big meet on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. From the shotgun, Elway steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Collins. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd down. Eason flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Eason buying time to his left. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready. Pick me up. Here we go. Watch tight end.
Throwing on 1st down. Eason eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Ready up.
Operating from the gun. Eason being chased out left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
On second down, it's Collins, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now? And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a New England touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Elway escaping the pressure right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Elway flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now Elway to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Elway will throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
3rd and goal. Elway under pressure again, and down he goes again.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Forced out to it, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 10 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Extra point forthcoming. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From midfield, Elway escaping the pressure right. This complete to the tight end play. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Give him 30 yards there. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, Elway. He'll run it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Here we go, set. 60 outlaw. 54. Ready.
Here's Elway to throw. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athletic...
Got a man, it's Johnson, end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll run on first down. It's Collins. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
You got 3 down.
Off-play action. Eason eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Running out of the gun, Collins. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Looking to throw. Eason, they'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And this one is right down the middle. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Fielded about a yard deep. Fighting through, and he's got space. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards, and the Broncos have retaken the lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking out some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
No problem there on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, this is Collins. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Ready?
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go. Watch tight end. We got three.
On 1st and 10, Eason escaping the pressure. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Patriots have retaken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On first, they'll throw with Elway. Flushed out right. Past the 20. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Elway to throw on second, eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And the decision to bring it out in a good one as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a give to Collins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Flush to his right. He's going to, and this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. As his guys are in for 6, and they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Now a desperation. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a gain of 34. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now it's Elway. This is Johnson. He's got it. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. They'll look to throw. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
That one good for 16 as the drive continues. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. This is caught. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Let's go.
He's back to throw. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's 3rd down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
That's good for 28 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Here's James. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Eason. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. To throw is Elway. So a little chunk there on 1st as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice, but there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get 1st downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. You get 6, so much the better.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. From the red zone now, Elway on 1st down. Finds his man, Watson over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Now it's Elway, sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught at about the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Ready? 70, Indy.
Here we go.
Elway looking to pass again, and he fires one incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal.
Ready?
From the gun, it's Elway. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And look at this. No playing for the tie. This is the ball game here on 4th and goal. Here we go. Now it's Elway, eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Pats, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory thanks to the field goal.